In this video, we're going to talk about how to add subscribers to your business unit and to your lists. From the Interactive Marketing Hub, let's go back to the email channel. And once we're in the email overview screen, we'll go to subscribers. All business units and even the account itself has what's called an all subscribers list. All subscribers is a list of everyone within your business unit who is on any of your lists. Here you'll see we're in the Marketing Academy business unit, so all of these subscribers have been added to lists within the Marketing Academy business unit. The name of this list is all subscribers, and what you'll see in these columns are the various, it is the email address of the individual, whether they're active or not, when the list was created, when they were added. You can see the rest of the information about a particular subscriber and even how many emails may have bounced, if they unsubscribed, when they unsubscribed, and any additional information. To view a particular subscriber, all you need to do is click on the blue link for that subscriber's email address, and you'll pull up information about that subscriber. You can see the green status here means this subscriber is active. There have been no bounces for that particular subscriber. You can look at attributes. When you look at attributes, there are 3 profile attributes that we currently keep for all subscribers. The first attribute is the email address itself. The second attribute is the person's first name. The third is the person's last name. Starting with the attribute ASU and on are what we call subscriber filters. A subscriber filter is a code for an individual business unit that is set to either true or false to make that subscriber visible within your business unit. If the subscriber's filter is not set to true for your particular business unit, you will not see this subscriber in your all subscribers list or anywhere else within your business unit. In this particular case, we know that this subscriber is set to true for the Marketing Academy because we actually can see information for that subscriber. The subscriber filter for the Marketing Academy business unit is called training. It has been set to true. We can also see that this particular email address is visible in the Enterprise Marketing Hub's business unit because that subscriber filter, which is called Hub, is set to true. It's very important that you find out what the subscriber filter is for your particular business unit because you'll want to make sure that you use the subscriber filter when you import to your business unit and that subscriber filter is set to true for that individual to be visible to you. In addition to the all subscribers list, a business unit can have one or more subscriber lists. A subscriber list is an individual mailing list that a subscriber has opted in to receive communications from your business unit for a particular topic. By definition, a subscriber in the Marketing Cloud is anyone who has opted in for communication from you on a particular topic. Under U.S. law, there are 2 types of emails that you can send. One is a transactional email. A transactional email goes to someone that you have a previous existing business relationship with. So a transactional email might be communications about season tickets to someone who has bought tickets for football in athletics. Or it might be to a student about grades for a particular course. Transactional emails are typically emails that you do not want to offer an unsubscribe option for. All other emails are commercial emails. Commercial emails you might be sending to an individual like a student or a season ticket holder, but they're not about the particular business relationship that you already have with that individual. So when we send promotional emails to students encouraging them to attend a particular event, that's a commercial email under U.S. law. And we typically want to include unsubscribe links to those particular individuals. We'll talk more about commercial and transactional emails later, But it's important that when you create a list, you make sure that the subscribers on that list have opted in for communications about that particular topic. And if they haven't opted in, you should leave them off that list. To create a new list, you'll want to make sure that you go to an appropriate folder. By default, you'll come into the My List folder, and you can either get here from the left side navigation when you're in the subscribers area, or you can click on the drop down and go directly to it from the top level navigation. Once you're in My List, you can create subfolders by right-clicking and naming a new folder. In this case, we'll call our new folder Training. So once we click on that folder, we're now in the folder, and you'll see that we have no lists already created within that folder. Feel free to use folders to organize your lists into various topical groups, or keep everything in the My List folder if you only have a few lists to manage. To create a list, click on the blue Create button at the top right. You're required to give the list a name, so we will give this particular list the name Newsletter, because we're going to be importing subscribers who have opted in to receive our business unit's newsletter. Immediately after the name, you're going to see the option to make it a public list or not. You'll want to make this list public if you want people to be able to unsubscribe and subscribe to the list from the Profile Center and Subscription Center. If you want it to be a private list and you don't want to make it visible for subscribers to opt in and opt out of, you'll leave that blank. In our case, we're going to make it a public list. External key is used when you want to access the list from outside of the Marketing Cloud, like you might be using a web form to collect email addresses for people who are signing in for a newsletter. And in that case, you'll want to access the Marketing Cloud from a web page. But at this point, and for most lists, you will not need to use an external key. The description field is where you can add additional text that will display for a public list to help subscribers understand what that list is for and whether or not they want to opt in or opt out of it. Description field is optional, and it's up to you to decide if you want to include that information or not. You'll notice that the location is in the training folder that we already created. On the right, we can associate with a campaign that already exists, or we can create a new campaign if we want to start a campaign that houses this particular subscriber list and other information related to the campaign. For the purposes of this example, we're not going to associate this particular list with a campaign, so let's click Next. On the next screen, you'll be able to select Send a Welcome Email or not. Most of the time, you will not select a welcome email. A welcome email is used for something called a triggered send, which we'll talk about in a later class, but it will not be available for an ordinary list that you're creating within the application. So at this point, we'll click Save to save the list, and then you'll see now that it shows up on our training folder screen with the name. It's a standard list. There are no subscribers currently in it. There's no campaign associated with it. And here's the last modified date and status.